Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're learning the second lesson of Unit 8. Okay, again in the background is the playlist that I made from the songs that you guys recommended. Okay, second lesson of Unit 8. Unit 8 about circles. So let's get to it. Before we get to figure out the math, let's recap what we know about vocabularies. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in here, right here. Okay. So diameter is the easiest vocabulary, right? It's a straight line coming from one end to another, going through the center of the circle. We call it diameter. Now, it's not labeled here, but from the edge to the center is the radius. The whole thing is diameter. Okay? Second vocabulary, chord. A chord is from one end to another, touching the circle, but it doesn't go through the center. We call it a chord. Okay? Secant is very similar between from chord, is that chord stops at the edge of the circle, but secant continues to grow. It's kind of like a line segment and a line continues to grow, right? So that's a secant. Tangent, fourth vocabulary, only touches the circle one time and on the edge. Tangent makes a 90-degree angle here. That's a tangent line. Okay, it continues to grow. So that is the vocabulary of this unit. Okay, let me move it back. Okay, so now let's look at what we have here. It says notation for arc AB can be written as arc a curve, right? It says arc AB, so I could rewrite it as AB with a little curve on the top. Okay, that's how we represent arc AB. A semicircle has how many degrees? Circle has 180. My God, I told you guys the answer. Whoopsies. A circle has 360. This bird represents half. So half of a circle, semicircle, has 180 degrees. Okay, so I have Billie Jean in the background. One of my favorite songs. Brings back happy memories, even though it's a sad song. Remember how in the last video that I told you guys Miss Zane, it's a little sad. So yeah, it's I filmed this on the same day. So even though this is the second video, I am still very sad at the moment. Anyway, not important, right? It's not like I'm a talk show host and you guys care about my personal life. It's okay. Alrighty, so it says part 2 here, but it's actually part 1 on your paper. It says finding the angle and arcs measure when the vertex is at the center of the circle. And today we will be only focusing on central angle. So central angle meaning that the center is at the circle. Okay, so center of the circle, meaning that the center is over here. The center never changes, right? So let's draw an angle where the center is at the circle. So right here. So I'm going to label this as A, B. Usually it's O because it's the center. Okay, don't mistake it by the number 0. So what do we think that the relationship between angle AOB and arc AB? So again, I'm going to highlight everything for you guys. So that means when the angle or when the vertex is at the center of the circle, we call this the central angle. The angle, so angle AOB, right? Angle AOB is going to have the same measurement as arc AB. and that's the main focus of today's video, okay? Central angle representing the vertex is at the center, so we call it central angle, is having the same measurement as the arc AB. You see how if I extend this line and this line, this arc will be right between the lines, okay? So this is the arc that I am looking at. So let's look at practice question number 1. Again, like I said, my paper is a little different than yours because I printed this out before I get kicked out of school. Okay, so this is the old version of the paper, so focus on what you have on the PDF. Again, my picture is a little unclear, but the PDF should be very decent to look at. Okay, it says, what is angle MIJ? So MIJ, so MIJ is this angle right here. What is this angle? This is central angle, right? Because the center or the vertex is at the center. So what is this central angle when arc when arc JK is equal to, so I'm going to label it in a different way. So arc JK is equal to 55 degrees. I know that the relationship between central angle and the arc have the same measurement. Since arc JK has 55 degrees, that means the central angle is also equal to 55 degrees. So that means coming down to the center, this is the angle that's facing this arc. You see how they correspond with each other? So that means this is also 55 degrees, this angle right here. Now, I'm not looking for that angle. I'm looking for some other angle, which is this one right here. But I can figure it out, right? Because if we look at from M to K, so I'm looking at this arc right here. This arc is half of a circle. It's a semicircle, right? So according to the paper, okay, so let me flip it. So according to over here, the half of a circle has 180 degrees because it's half of 360. So let's return to the question that we're working on. This is half of a circle. So that means this whole thing is going to be added equal to 180. So that means this arc right here, add the 55 degrees, it's going to get me 180. So that means arc MJ is equal to 180 minus 55. So use our calculator. 180 minus 55 should be 125. So that means this arc right here is 125 degrees. Now, central angle, which is the angle that we're looking at, right? MIJ. So that means angle MIJ should also be equal to 125 degrees because it's a central angle. Okay? So now let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is right here. Again, that's a little unclear, but on your paper it should be okay. It has a little arc here. So this mark representing that they have the same measurement. We're looking for angle SPQ. SPQ. Okay, so let me color code it a little bit. So SPQ is this whole thing. So my orange, this central angle. Okay, so I'm looking for that angle right there. I hope it's very visible on the video. I don't know what this arc is. Okay, I don't know what the angle measurement, I don't know arc UT, but I do know that since this is a central angle, that this angle is equal to arc UT. So is this angle and arc TS. Since they're all equal to each other, I'm going to mark it as X and X because they're equal, right? I see that this is an entire circle. So that means I know that if I go in a circle, it has 360 degrees. 154, 60, X, X, and 86. That's a whole circle. So then I know that all those numbers added has to be 360. So that means it's X plus X plus 86 plus 60 plus 154 is equal to 360. So that means let's combine like terms and use all those algebra skills that we have. X plus x is equal to 2x. 86 plus 60 plus 154 is equal to 300 equal to 360. So that means 2x is equal to, subtract 360 divided by 2 divided by 2. So that means x is equal to 30. UT or arc TS is equal to 30 degrees. So that means this angle right here is 30. This angle right here is also 30. But I need to find out SPQ. So angle SPQ is equal to 30 plus 30 plus the 86 right here. So this is 30 plus 30 plus 86 is equal to 146 degrees. Okay, because I'm talking about this entire central angle here. Okay, so that's the end of today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, your homework should be on Delta Math. Okay, stay safe, guys.